Well, hello everyone. This is Peter Brown with your weather for the next 7 days. Here we are, I know, starting to go into the middle of December. It doesn't look like we're going to be having anything too crazy coming up in terms of weather. It looks like we are going to unfortunately be seeing maybe the chance of another weekend storm. However, it doesn't look like we're going to be having any chances of snow with this one. In fact, the Burlington area with the last big storm we had last weekend saw nearly 2 inches of rain, and thankfully not as nearly as much snow as a lot of the forecasters on the big networks in Boston said for us. So for those of us who don't really like the snow, that was some welcome news. And as we start our period on Friday, we're supposed to be seeing temperatures at this time of the year in the lower 40s, and we're going to best that by about 5 or 6 degrees, so it's going to be pleasant out there if you're out and about. As we round out the period getting into the December 17th time range, our average highs at this time of the year should only be in the upper 30s, so the heart of winter is definitely on its way. I'm going to see temperatures pretty much at or a little bit above that as we head towards the end of the period, ahead of maybe another big storm for the end of next week. Now, of course, as we take a look at the length of day, you'll notice something very interesting here. The sun is not setting any earlier now. The sun is setting at the earliest that it does all year, so that's great news. Our mornings are going to keep getting a little bit darker till we get past Christmas or so, but we are looking ahead towards the days getting longer in a couple of weeks. So as we go ahead, let's take a look at what the Climate Prediction Center is calling for us here in the Burlington area in terms of temperatures and precipitation. And looking at our temperature map, it looks like they're predicting at or above average temperatures for us, and that's going to be reflected as we get into the weekend where we see some nice temperatures up into the mid-50s. Unfortunately, that's going to bring another good dose of rain with it. And again, as we go ahead and look at our precipitation chances, again, that's reflected there in that storm that may be coming here for the weekend. Above average precipitation, pretty likely for us here in the Burlington area. So let's go ahead and take a look at that 7 days of weather coming up. And again, starting out our period on Friday, it's going to be very pleasant out there. Temperatures in the upper 40s, so very nice if you're out and about. Again, on the weekend, looks like Saturday is going to be the better of the 2 days, a little bit more in the way of sun maybe earlier in the day. Temperatures getting up into the low to mid 50s before a rainstorm moves in, as a big storm moves to our north and west. And that's pretty much going to wash out our Sunday, again with temperatures fairly mild though for this time of the year. Now behind that storm, it's going to drag in some pretty cold air, similar to like what we saw in last week. Temperatures down into the mid 30s for the middle portion of the week, and then rebounding up into the lower 40s as we get towards Thursday, ahead of what might be another pretty big rainstorm coming for the end of next week. So everyone, get out there, enjoy the weather, and have a great week.